Hello everyone, welcome back to Season 5 of F1 2019 Career Mode with Ferrari here for the Russian Grand Prix. So, we will be starting at the back, but we actually, got some qualifying laps in, and it was pole position. It was San Diego for the second time, and it actually counted, even though we won't start from pole. But we've got a fresh gearbox, fresh engine components in, and we had strong pace in practice. Ferrari seem to be good here around Russia. Not too many races to go now. Let's see how we do. It is time for the Russian Grand Prix.
Welcome one and all to the Russian Grand Prix. We're just a stone's throw from the Georgian border here at Sochi as we get ready to begin the race that served up an absolute cracker back in 2015. A last lap collision between Kimi Raikkonen and Valtteri Bottas sparked controversy in that race, so let's hope the racing is just as tight today. Situated just 3 miles from the Georgian border, the 3.6 miles Sochi Autodrome has two notable overtaking opportunities into turn 1 and then turn 13. 18 corners in total here, 12 to the right and 6 to the left, and it's an average lap speed of around 130 miles per hour. Anthony Davidson is here once again for today's Grand Prix. We should talk about Alfa Romeo. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do, and that's definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. It's Sergio Perez on pole position today, with Charles Leclerc alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Weber, Verstappen, Lance Stroll and Ricciardo. Vettel, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Magnussen, Hamilton and Kimi Raikkonen. Bottas, Gasly, Lando Norris and Sainz. Butler, Grosjean, George Russell and Robert Kubica, Hülkenberg and McDonald. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Okay, be wary of the cars ahead braking suddenly into one. We could ruin our race if we hit them. Good luck.
Understood. Thank you, Jeff. So, I really don't think our championship hopes for the drivers is looking likely at the moment anyway. I think constructors is our only hope at the moment, but anything can happen in F1. So yeah, Vettel also taking grid penalties, so both Ferraris taking engine penalties for this Grand Prix. I do expect Vettel to get back towards the front at least, and I think the maximum we're going to hope for is about P5. At least a good haul of points for the team is the main priority. So yeah, it'll be a one stop today. I'm going to go from soft to medium. Try and go long as possible on the soft. Let's get into the formation lap for the Russian Grand Prix. So Perez on pole. He didn't finish last time in Singapore. Can he get a very important victory? Because Hamilton didn't go for a second run in qualifying. Hamilton down in 9th. McLaren have had a pretty difficult second half to the season, I must say. But Perez will be looking to get back on track with a win to put himself right back in the championship fight. Vettel only 4 points behind Perez as we head into this race. But yeah, we're 74 points off the lead of the championship. I mean, it's not impossible, but I think it's highly unlikely we'll win this championship.
No threat of rain for the time being. Conditions looking good.
Yeah, no rain set to arrive for this Grand Prix. Creating a bit of a gap to the whole field really, just to get temperature in the tyres. So yeah, Haas second and third as well on the grid. They've got a good chance to gain a lot of points in the constructors and also battle me for fourth in the drivers' standings at the moment. But I feel like without the grid penalties we're way quicker than Haas, but yeah, we'll see what happens. I must say the front runners have been sitting on the grid for ages. You're going to overheat the tyres there as we pull into place on the grid. For the start of the Russian Grand Prix, Perez on pole, Leclerc alongside him, McLaren versus Haas down into the first corner. What's going to happen in 27 laps time? 500 lights, lights out, and away we go. We weren't held for long once more, but we reacted fine there. He's also going to get the slipstream. Down the inside! Wow! Already up into P10. How on earth was that not illegal? Stewards say it's fine. We're up into the points already by turn 1. That was such a brave dive bomb. We're going down the inside of Hamilton already. Past the championship leader. Hamilton's not had a good start. Magnussen next. Stroll's lost a couple places as well off the start. He's going defensive from Magnussen here. And we're going to try and go around the outside of the Dane. Down the inside!
Your front wing is damaged. Expect a lot of understeer unless we
And it was such a good start, and it's gone wrong with a dive on Kevin Magnussen.
Got that confirmed.
We can try and live with the damage actually. See how we go, because we've got good straight line speed. Leclerc's in the lead of the race. Raikkonen gets by, and then now we've got Magnussen. Yeah, I don't want to hit straight away. So look, we're already, look at the straight line speed we got. Breeze back by Raikkonen. There you go. I mean, the turning is pretty horrific now, but we could just breeze back by Raikkonen like it's no big deal. Right, I've got an idea. Oh yeah, okay. Magnussen will try and get back by. Probably give me the middle finger for that one. I mean, look, I saw an opportunity and I went for it. Yeah, box this lap. I think, is it a Haas one too? I think Weber's up into second. I feel like Perez has had a horrific start as well. Yeah, box this lap.
Receive you at the end of this lap.
So yeah, we're gaining on Magnussen as well. Oh my word! Yeah, box this lap, box this lap.
Understood. Stopping this lap.
Box, 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 box. Box for medium. I feel like we'd be really slow on the hard compound. This DRS is now enabled.
Release.
7.4, good stop. For the front wing change. Now I've got all this clear air to try and close back up again.
Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tyres.
Okay, I want to know. I think Lucas is second. I think Perez has dropped to fourth.
Lucas is in first
No,
position.
Weber's leading the race. Okay.
13.8
Wow.
seconds. They're on fresh softs. We
Okay,
think
Perez
they've
is
got
fourth.
one more
Vettel's
stop. The
third.
time last lap was
It's a Haas 1-2 at the moment. Okay.
0.0. DRS is now enabled and will be available to use when you are within 1
Alright, we
second
should be
of the
miles
car
quicker
ahead
than
in
these
the
guys
DRS
ahead.
zone.
Again, another recovery drive. I mean, it was a recovery drive anyway. We made such a good start. It was that move on Magnussen that cost us, dear.
Lucas is currently P2. The
Oh,
difference
so
is
Haas are swapping
39.7
places lap by
seconds.
lap,
They're on
it
fresh
seems.
softs. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1:34.7. Only one stop to go. One stop left in
Yeah,
this
I might have to
strategy.
convert to
13
two
laps
stop.
till your pit window is open.
Well, safety car would bring me right back into this race. And wide. I mean, if the front runners keep battling.
Lucas is currently P2. The difference is 39.7 seconds. They're on fresh softs. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap
I
was
might
a
go to another set of softs
1:34.7.
for the last stint. Where's Vettel? Is he third?
Gap to teammate ahead is
He's third.
37.2 seconds. They're on old softs. They're in third. The time last lap was a 1:34.7.
I wonder if Magnussen picked up any damage. What's the fastest lap?
Currently, the fastest lap
Oh,
is
I'm
a
7
1
tenths
minute
off the fastest lap.
34.0.
I'm 7 tenths slower on a set of.
Lucas is in first position.
Weber's now back in the lead. I went way too late on the brakes
They're
there.
on old softs. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1:34.6. Okay, gap ahead is
while we're rapidly catching the cars in front. But Haas are in a league of their own, in a 1-2 position at the moment. But anything could happen still. Long way to go.
Trailing our teammate by 33.4 seconds. The fastest lap at this
Okay,
point
still
in
at
time is
134.0. I aim to do a 134.1 on medium. So what can I do on soft? Clearly a lot better than these guys in front. All 20 runners still going in this Grand Prix. Oh, Perez is up into third. Is Vettel struggling? Vettel's struggling. I just realised Vettel's holding up quite a few of these cars here. Vettel losing a lot of time to me here. Perez in a lonely third as the two Hasses are dominating this Grand Prix at the moment. Already under 10 seconds behind the back of the train here. Got some seriously good pace in this car. Just a shame with the first lap again. Just unlucky there. Kept 8.4 to bits. I think we'll be behind him on lap 9. I wouldn't be too surprised by. That's wide. Might be even sooner. We're rapidly catching these guys. Let's get to Vettel. Oh wow, we are catching Vettel at a rate of knots. Vettel's 8th? Oh my gosh, I turned in a bit early there. Vettel's struggling. I think he's got an issue or damage, because Vettel is dropping down the field now. Gained on him like 4 seconds in a lap. What's going on with Sebastian? It's not good for his hopes of the title. Hamilton's in front. He is in front as Hamilton. Is Lucas leading? He is. About 40 seconds in front.
We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1:34.3.
I really hope for a safety car, because I still believe I could get a strong finish here if there is. I think even without I could. Look at that, we're going to be right behind these guys. Probably in the third sector. Oh my gosh. A bit out out of shape. It's alright. As Vader continues to lead the Russian Grand Prix.
39.6 seconds. They're on old softs. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1 minute 34.7.
Understood. Yeah, so by lap 9, we're right behind this train now. One of the many trains. I wonder if it's Magnussen. I think Magnussen did. Yeah, I think it's Magnussen. I think he sustained some damage from lap 1. But we'll finally get some DRS now. Back into Rich, full power, down and then start finish straight.
You're catching the car ahead very quickly. Let's keep this up.
We are. We'll go for it. Damn, the inside of Kubica had gone wide though. Kubica will fight it back. I will get back in front. It's that overspeed of the Ferrari as Magnussen is struggling badly. I was thinking of trying that move on signs, but I'm not going to. I'm going to wait. Yeah, Magnussen's really slow here. Let's get to Vettel.
Gap to teammate ahead
Yeah,
is
he's gaining on Vettel still.
22.8 seconds. They're on old softs.
Probably a double overtake here, and it is Magnussen really backing off there. I think Magnussen's definitely got damage. Oh yeah, he's missing a huge chunk of his front wing. I'm surprised he didn't pit as well. I don't know what Magnussen's trying to achieve staying out here. Look how far back he's dropped already. I thought Magnussen didn't get any damage from that. Now it's George Russell that we're catching. Look at the speed! By Russell! My gosh, different lead! Down the inside up is P16. But I need to know the gap again. That was such a quick lead. 21.5. And Vettel is in a lonely 8th place here. So now it's Hulkenberg next. Ooh, what's the new strategy? Let's see. Yeah, make it for soft actually on lap 17. Let's get to the leader. Ooh, it's not really, it's just stayed at about 40 seconds. I wouldn't be surprised if we could still maybe beat Vettel today.
You're increasing the gap to the car behind by a few seconds per lap. Keep this up.
I wonder if we could actually get to the end on these mediums and not do another stop. I think a safety car would be a bit safer really for us. Sort of trying to stick it out to the end without a safety car, but we may be a sitting duck later on in the race. As Hulkenberg starts to become under pressure now. We also took grid penalties for this Grand Prix. Currently in P15, but I don't think for much longer. So we use that DRS and that Ferrari straight line speed coming into good use. And and we're past the Renault man. And next is Devon Butler in the sister Renault. Oh, we have cars in the pits. Cars are in the pit lane as we speak. To be fair, I could maybe overcut some of these guys. We've got Stroll and Ricciardo in the pits as well there.
We're trailing our teammate by 13.7 seconds. They're on old softs. They're in fifth. The time
I mean, Vettel's not even that far up the road, really.
They're speeding up again, so I expect they fixed whatever the problem was.
Maybe Vettel had a mechanical problem.
Gap to
Okay.
teammate ahead is
Understood.
13.7 seconds. They're on old softs. They're in fifth. The time last lap was a 1 minute 38.2.
I mean, we haven't even got DRS on Butler, and it feels like we have. We're gaining on him rapidly down that straight. I wonder if Devon's going to dive into the pits at the end of this lap. Vettel pits at the end of this lap. Sebastian's in. Yep, Butler is pitting as well. Is it a Raikkonen? It's maybe. Oh no, that's Gasly. Is it right? Verstappen in the pits. No, Raikkonen is in the lead. The Hasses have pitted. Okay. So we're going to come out in P8. Now, what pace do we have on these mediums? I'm going to try and hold out for a few more laps if there's any yellow flags at all or anything, but no, at the moment I haven't had a single yellow flag this Grand Prix.
We're leading our teammate by 8.0 seconds.
As
They're on fresh
Hulkenberg
mediums.
is up
They're
into
in
9th.
13th. Lucas is currently P2. The gap is 16.5 seconds.
So
They're on fresh
maybe
mediums.
the Alfa Romeo will pit this lap.
55.0.
And it does. I think Lucas will retake the lead of this race. There's Norris in the pits as well. Yep, Raikkonen pits on the hard compound tyre. I feel like the hards won't be good though for this sort of track. Maybe that's just
Gap to
not.
teammate behind is 14.0 seconds.
As next is Valtteri Bottas. He's also on mediums up into P5 now. Try and chase the Finn down. Put it into standard fuel mode. Get to Vettel.
We're leading our teammate by
Pulled away a little bit from Vettel. I don't know
They're on
if
fresh
he's maybe
mediums. They're in
had to
11th. The
overtake
time last
other
lap was a
cars
1 minute
that haven't pitted yet.
57.4.
But this is like an overcut kind of on Vettel. Well, not really, but wouldn't come out as far back. Sebastian. The Haas 1-2, McLaren 3-4, Bottas 5th in the Toro Rosso, and myself in P6 for Ferrari. I wonder when Bottas will pit. And he stays up for another lap. We might actually catch him. Hopefully able to pass him this next lap.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the softs.
Understood.
Lucas is in first position. P1, the gap is 17.5 seconds.
17 and a half seconds to
The
Lucas.
time last lap was
Understood.
1:34.2.
Get to Vettel.
Gap to teammate behind is 14.
About 14 seconds
They're
still.
on fresh
Okay.
mediums. They're in 11th.
These are
The time
mediums.
last lap was
Alright.
a 1 minute 34.4.
Will we get DRS on Bottas? I don't think. Not on this occasion, but we should get a nice slipstream still. Myself and Bottas stay out for another lap on the mediums. But we will get DRS on Valtteri on the main start for the straight this time around. Will we have a go this time? He goes defensive, does Valtteri? On the outside, but outbroke myself. Oh, we're not forced to give the place back. I'm very surprised by that. Never mind. Hamilton's only 5.7 seconds in front. I wonder if it's worth trying to get to the end on these mediums and do the one stop still. I mean, 5th place, that would still be a great result. What's the gap to Lewis? 5.8, okay. I think Valtteri's pitting now. He is. Bottas in the pits.
Boxing this lap. Give us the
Or
best pit lap
a
you
negative box.
can. Hamilton is ahead of you. They're on
But I
fresh
feel like
mediums.
if
Their
we
tyres are
have
full
that
of the time
tiny
last lap was a
bit of hope for championship, I think the best way
by 1/10
is
lap.
to damage limitation, try and get to the end on these mediums. So we won't lose as many points, because I don't see myself getting back up to 5th if we pitted. I really don't.
We're leading our teammate
I mean,
by
Vettel's not even gaining on me that much.
seconds. They're on fresh
5.6.
mediums. They're in 8th. The time last
Push
lap was a 1
like an
minute
animal,
34.
push like an animal to catch Hamilton. Won't give up. We've got strong pace. May as well use it. Come on. But the Hasses, I mean, they've been in a league of their own today, haven't they? The highest percentage is over 29%. And we've still got about 10 laps to go of this
Don't
race.
forget, box this lap.
No. I'm not pitting. Negative box.
P5, you're in P5. Hamilton ahead. The The gap to the car ahead is 5.6 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Stroll is behind you. Our gap behind is 9.4 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. The gap to the leader is 18.5 seconds. Your pit window is open. Pit window is open. Gap to car in front is 5.9 seconds.
We're pulling away from Stroll, but we're not really catching Hamilton. I think Hamilton is catching Perez though. Oh please, some yellow flags. Safety car so I can pit. That's all I'm gonna hope for. I mean, I don't see it happening, but I could be proven wrong. That was, yeah, I deserve that. I turned in quite early there. I'm doing it again. I'm just trying my best to catch Hamilton, because I can't imagine trying without...
Gap to teammate behind is 13.4 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. They're in 8th. The time last lap was a 1:34.5.
Yeah, Vettel's had a tough race, I must say. He's not really gained anything. He did in the early stages, but he had a problem briefly. So all 20 runners still going. I'm surprised. Yeah, the front left at 32%, that's not bad. Weber leading the Grand Prix. And for a second win of the season at the moment. I mean, he's been very strong in the past 3 races, I must say. If he didn't make that mistake in Italy, I think he would have maybe won that race. He was so quick. He even nearly got a point still, despite being miles behind. And he may have won in Singapore if it wasn't for the virtual safety car. So Weber has been the strongest driver, I must say, in race trim, that is for sure. And Weber's doing everything right to win this race. Been in the top 10 for most of the race, Jeff. Thanks for that really precise information. Yeah, still everyone going in this Grand Prix. Stroll is 11 seconds back. He's under pressure from a racing point there for P6. Vettel's P8, so Vettel could still get P6, I think, at best. I mean, if we pit, I'm sure we could get fastest lap, but we wouldn't really gain anything. We'd lose places for that. To pit, we need to build a bit of a gap if we would do that.
We're leading our teammate by 13.0 seconds.
Probably still 6th place, potentially.
Last lap was a 1:34.5.
And the gap to Hamilton is still about 5.5 to 6 seconds, really. But I do think we'd lose places to the Haas drivers in the driver standings. But I mean, a 1-2 for Haas, they'd be right in the back in the constructors' fight. That is incredible. How it's turning on its head. Gap Stroll's 12 seconds. I think we'd come out in the points still if we pitted, but yeah, not worth pitting at the moment anyway. Up into Rich. Stroll might be under pressure down this straight.
Up to the car in front is 6.2 seconds.
Perez now sets the fastest lap, just about. Who would have thought? Yeah, Leclerc's dropped back quite a bit.
Lucas is in first position. P1 difference is 20.5
And they go
seconds. They're on fresh
20 and a
mediums.
half
The time last
seconds
lap was a
for myself.
1:34.0.
Stroll somehow holding on to P6. We set personal best first sector, which I did not expect. Stroll 13.3 behind.
Laps of fuel remaining.
Understood. I mean, if he holds them at that much, I could actually hit and come out in front. That would be the ideal scenario for me. To maintain the pace on these tyres, to be fair, 39%, that's not even that bad. Perez down to the 133s with another fastest lap of the race. We almost set a PB on that lap. All 20 runners might finish this race, to be fair, as it stands. Oh, I think I spoke too soon. There is yellow flags where... What's happened there? Someone's gone slowly. That's Ricardo out of the race. Oh, a virtual safety car. Virtual safety car. Virtual safety car. VSC deployed. Now, if we can get to the pits in time, which we're not going to, that's a very short virtual safety car, I must say. It's Ricardo out of the race for the first retirement. Oh, I really thought if that was full safety car, that would have spiced things up big time, but it's not going to happen. Unless someone breaks down immediately afterwards, which isn't, not looking likely to happen, as Vettel was up into P6. Vettel up into P6 for this Russian Grand Prix. He's overtaken Stroll. And now Ricardo dropping out. Caution. Green flags now. pitting. Well, I think it was the right decision to stay out.
Teammate behind is 14.3 seconds. There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Perez is going to nip at Hamilton's championship lead as it stands. Perez has just got to navigate his way through Bitzer. He was a lap down. Oh, just before the final corner. As Perez gets the fastest lap again. Another crucial point for the Mexican. Yeah, understood. Right. I can tell the tyres are going a little bit, but they're fine, honestly. Three laps remaining here at Sochi. We'll put it into link. Save a bit of fuel now. Bring the car home. Vettel's not gaining on me. Vettel needed to score big here, and I mean, he hasn't really done it, but it's damage limitation for him. I was thinking about P5 as a finish, but my god, the pace we had. It could have been a bit more, to be fair, but I mean, from starting plumb last to 5th is still quite the result. Mixed feelings, really, for this Grand Prix. Just managing those mediums to the end of the race, not pitting again. So I don't think we would have been ahead of Vettel if we pitted again. I'm surprised we're actually going to finish in front of Vettel as it stands. Hamilton should navigate his way through Kubica on the main start finish straight, I would have thought. Perez sets another fastest lap of the race.
Lucas is in first
As
position.
Weber
P1, the difference is
dominating this Grand Prix now,
22.3 seconds. They're on
has
medium.
battling
Speed
for that
time last
lead
lap was
in the
a
early stages, but it's gone the way of Lucas Weber. And he's just got 2 laps to go until he can claim his second win of the season. And say, I'm not done with this championship yet. He wants to win a championship. He's had a lot of success without that crown, as I've said time and time again, but he is doing everything right today
There's only one
to
lap
take
of
the
fuel
25
remaining.
points. The extra point currently belonging to Sergio Perez in the McLaren in 3rd, as yet we're losing quite a bit of time to Hamilton now, even though he has made his way past the traffic. But yeah, Vettel isn't really catching. He's still 14 seconds, and we're not going to pit for the fastest lap. We are going to try and hold on to these 10 points for 5th. We'll only lose 2 points to Hamilton in this standing, but Haas are going to have a massive gain in the Constructors. Very important day for the American team. And there's 1 lap to go. Ferrari have had a 1-2, Haas haven't had a 1-2 so far this season. It could have happened in Italy, but it's looking like it's going to happen in Russia today. The final lap of the race. We're heading on to the final lap now.
This is your final lap of the race.
As I must say, it's getting very
This is
cloudy.
your final lap of the race. No rain expected.
Yeah, no rain expected anywhere.
For the time being, dry seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
I think Weber's going to leapfrog Leclerc as well in the standings, just about. But the German is finding success in Haas, which I am happy for him, of course. But it's at the very late stages of this championship, and Lucas is giving it everything. I think he's got one sector to go. And it looks like Lucas Weber is going to take his 19th career win as he rounds the final corner now. The German Lucas Weber is going to take victory, and with the fastest lap here at Russia, Lucas Weber wins the Russian Grand Prix. It has get a 1-2 finish. Yeah, Perez doesn't take the fastest lap back. Lucas Weber has taken the maximum 26 points. Haas have taken the maximum 44 points here. We're going to finish P5 from plumb last. Still a good recovery.
Not good enough at all. Let's push harder next time, okay?
So another fantastic victory for Haas today. What do you think it was, Ant, that gave them the edge over the competition today?
I think a large part of the result comes down to temperament. They were able to keep their heads when everyone around them was losing theirs, and that's allowed them to get the best out of the car, to maximise the strategy, and to stay out of trouble.
Today was another great race and an even greater victory for Haas. Here they come now to step out onto the top of the podium. They'll be incredibly happy with today's result. So let's review the updated driver's standings. Despite the best efforts of our championship leader, that lead has taken a bit of a knock today. After an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
I have to give it to McDonald. They pushed and found some fantastic performance. It was just a pleasure to watch.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. McLaren continue to increase their gap at the top. Well, Ant, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
I mean, what a performance by Haas today. Very good job from both Weber and Leclerc. Weber up into P4 in the standings, we're down to P6. And I mean, Hamilton still leads the championship by 30 points. Vettel, 41 points. I mean, the way things are going, it could still go either way between McLaren, Ferrari or Haas even. Just, yeah, unlucky with the lap 1 contact with Magnussen. I didn't think he had damage. I'm surprised he tried to keep going. Unless it was further contact, but I think it was on lap 1. Oh, Magnussen did go into Grosjean as well. Yeah. I mean, Ferrari 5th and 6th. From grid penalties, I mean, still good haul of points, but it was a damage limitation weekend. Well, let's hope for the next Grand Prix we can bounce back. For now, guys, take care. Goodbye.